Okay, guys, this is pretty, you got definitely some repeating cards right on the card that originally came out. So, first up, for what the basis of this reading is about, you have the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Eight of Pentacles again, you have the Nine of Pentacles, and then you have the Lovers reversed. So, there's something to do with, I would say something either you're working on yourself, you're really working on yourself, or you're working on, let's say, work or school or something in your life where you're trying to make improvements in an area. And with the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like the situation is something that you've probably been working at diligently for a very long time. I think you've gotten improvements. I think you are almost like in a, I don't want to say fully independent energy, but it's like you're seeing the results and you're very proud of what you have achieved and how far you've come with whatever this is. And it's kind of that sense of self-reliance to a certain degree regarding this situation, and kind of that being able to kind of stand on your own. But because you have the Lovers here reversed, I kind of think somebody in your group, this could be friends, family, coworkers, whoever within your life, I think this is almost causing some tension for you between you and them. Maybe some of you are trying to be a little bit more independent and somebody else in your life is not very happy about this. But whoever this is, it's somebody that's really is important to you in a certain degree, you know? So it's probably wouldn't be just like a friendly acquaintance. It probably would be more somebody that you really you had like a connection with. They're very I'm not going to say in your life for a long term or long haul, but you feel like you were meant to meet this person, or this person is meant to be in your life to a certain degree for whatever. So it's somebody that's more in your life than not in your life, is how I'm going to say that. But I think your independence, the work you've been putting in, is now causing you, unfortunately, some kind of drama amongst your little circle there. So let's see now, with your current energies, you have the Fool and you have Temperance. I think this drama or whatever is going on, it's not really slowing you down, guys. I think you are starting a new journey. I think you are kind of, even if, let's say, you put a lot of work in, you might be now going into the next phase of whatever this is. So there might be some new phase that you're entering into and pushing this forward. So when I say start a new journey, it doesn't necessarily mean you're starting something completely different. It just means that you're now, I feel like you've leveled up to a certain degree, and now you're ready to kind of push it a little bit forward, which is amazing. And the Temperance is indicating that you're in a place right now where you're kind of merging multiple aspects together very effectively, very nicely. And I really feel like you have this real in control energy right now. I feel like you really are really in a good place. Like you're in like your element in a sense. Like you've been putting the work in, you're kind of getting the results. You kind of have this confidence. I just feel like this is very confident energy here. And I think other people are seeing this, and somebody might not be overly thrilled about it. But I just think that it's not really slowing you down. You're just really continuing to do what you need to do. And I think this is extremely positive. But what's coming in for you, you have the Ace of Cups reversed, the Three of Swords reversed, and then the Two of Swords. So the Ace of Cups reversed is it's about not really having your heart open. I feel like whatever's going on with this Lovers in reverse, whoever this may represent for you, I think you're almost like closing yourself off a little bit to them. But in a weird way, because you have the Three of Swords reversed here, and then the Two of Swords, I feel like it's almost like you're closing yourself off because you're just, I don't want to say you're not putting up with it anymore, but this is kind of the energy I'm getting. I just feel like it's almost like this person might have really kind of hurt you deeply in the past, but now you're at the point where you're like, you know what? I'm not going to go on this merry-go-round with this situation or whoever this is anymore. Like, I'm not going to continue to get hurt by this. So I think in a weird way, you're like releasing the pain, or you're letting go of being upset or heartbroken of something, but it's causing you to kind of, I should say, in order to do that, you're kind of closing yourself off maybe to this connection or whatever this is. But I feel like it's causing you kind of a little bit of this like indecision a little bit. Like you might be kind of closing yourself off, but you're not fully shutting that door, if that makes sense. I think it's like, it's not like you're leaving, never to speak to them again. But I think you're in a moment, at least right now, where you're, okay, I'm not getting involved in this. You might be dealing with this person, but you're trying to not get your heart so invested in it anymore. But it's causing you to have that, to like pause it. I guess in your soul or your heart, you're kind of pausing the connection, even though you might still be involved in the connection, if that makes any sense. But I think you're doing this because I think whatever you have going is really, really beneficial to you and good for you. And I think you don't want to mess that up. I think you might be feeling that this, whatever's going on here with this Lover reverse, could kind of mess this whole thing up for you. And I think you're very centered on making the improvements and improving whatever you have been working on. Because I feel like you've been doing it. And I feel like it's been something that has not come easy. Because to me, the Eight of Pentacles and even the Nine of Pentacles, it's not easy. And especially because you got them double Eight of Pentacles here. Like, you've been putting in the work in, and I think you've been doing it for a while. And I don't think you're ready to like let that go because somebody's kind of pissy pants with you. But I think in order to kind of keep your sanity, you might be like, okay, I got to deal with this person. They're pissing me off. I'm going to not get upset every time they say something negative to me. So I'm going to kind of maybe shut the door mentally or in my mind or whatever. But it's causing you to kind of be a little bit like, maybe they'll change, maybe they'll be better, maybe they won't, but it's like a little limbo of a state. And sometimes we get stuck in that limbo phase, it happens. Okay, but your challenge regarding this situation, you have the Five of Wands and then you have the Five of Wands reversed. So basically, your challenge is going to be kind of this conflict, competition, drama, things being a little like, fighting it out in a way. But with the Five of Wands in reverse, I would say it's almost like, I don't want to say that you're going to be making amends, but it's almost like kind of having that conflict and kind of not letting it totally destroy potentially whatever you had with this person. Because like I said, the Lovers is a card where it's like a very, 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 very deep connection with somebody. So I think it's almost like, I think you guys might be having a moment, but it's like you're going to have the moment. And I think you do need to stand up for yourself. And I think you need to kind of shine. But within that, it might be kind of like, I don't want to say pick and choose your battles, but that's what I'm kind of getting. Like, it might be something that once the dust has settled a little bit, you might have to be like, okay, well, whatever, I'm just going to move on type of thing, or not be so, or not be like so completely out to win every like argument or every situation or something. That's what I'm kind of getting. I hope that makes a little bit of sense. But, or if you are going to have some disagreement with somebody, maybe not go full force in on them, because I feel like whoever this might be, I think that this issue is because you're really rising up and really doing something very positive for yourself. And I think that is almost like causing other people to have like insecurities or something. And I don't want to say go gentle on them because that's really on them, but I just kind of get this feeling that this might be somebody that's it's not just like a person that you just stop talking to. I kind of feel like they're a little bit more within your life. If it's family or something, you're kind of like, I'm not saying you're stuck with this person, but it could be even, a marriage or somebody that you're dealing with, you have to deal with. You're kind of together type of thing, or you're involved in each other's lives a little bit more. Now, what's recommended for you, you have Death reversed, you have the Moon reversed, and then you have the Sun. Now, Death reversed, because this is recommended, I think it's almost like, don't completely shut the door to this person or this situation. Like, don't completely just, because I think you're in this point, or you will be in this point where you're like ready to almost like move on, with the Two of Swords here. You're ready to close this off and kind of be done with it and maybe move on. Maybe that's part of your mind being like, oh, the hell with this. But I think Death reverse is almost saying like, don't be so hasty with it. I think the Moon reverse is indicating that, and the Sun especially here is indicating that I think you're going to gain some clarity. I think you might have like some foggy stuff going on with whatever this is. Things are not fully clear. And I think it's on this other person or situation's end where things are not quite clear. Like, they're not being, I don't want to say they're being intentionally deceitful, but they might not be telling you everything. They might not be telling you their feelings fully, and it's kind of coming out a certain kind of way and you're getting upset. But I think certain fog is going to be clearing up, and the Sun is saying that I think it's recommended that you stay doing what's good for you and doing what's making you happy. So I think the sun here is saying that keep on this path, whatever journey or whatever you're doing that's really bettering yourself, absolutely keep on it. Absolutely keep on it during this mess. Don't get off your path. But I think this is saying almost like be a little patient, because I think whatever's going on that's frustrating you with whoever this might be, there might be certain things that are going to start coming out, and then maybe you two will have a better understanding of each other. You'll understand the situation a little bit more, and it'll help you kind of like clear the air. That's what I'm kind of getting. But let's see what else we get for you with the other cards that I shuffled. You have 24, Electric Eel Spirit, bring your ideas to life. And I really think that this is going with the sun and all this. Whatever you're doing here, I think you're really working on it, and you need to continue to focus on that, because I think this is really something really good for you. I think it's been a long journey for you, and I think the journey's still going, but I think this is something that you definitely have to pursue regardless. Now you have Labradorite, see the magic, and Apatite, get out of your comfort zone. And I think this is still going with this, like, continue to work on yourself, continue to work on whatever this is, proceed forward with the Fool, get out of that comfort zone, you know, balance things together. And I think seeing the magic is like you seeing the success that you're having, because I kind of feel like, I do think there's some type of jealousy here, but I don't think it's like you're trying to make somebody jealous. I think it's like almost like you're just trying to do what's best for you and try to improve your situation in your life. And I think you need to see the magic in that. I think you need to see the magic in like the efforts that you're putting in. Take note of the results you're getting, because I think like this, whoever this is almost like, I don't want to say they're purposely trying to derail you, but they're just drama. Okay. There might be just drama, but I don't think you want to focus solely on that drama where it's now derailing you, because I think you have something really, really good going on for you. You have addiction, codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block, restraint, and heartbroken, deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, mourning. I kind of feel like this is almost like, I don't want to say the other person's energy, but I think the codependent, maybe this person is a little codependent. Maybe they have a little controlling. Maybe they don't want, not that they don't want you to succeed, but your success and your improvements might make them feel like they're not doing what they need to do for their life. That's what I'm kind of getting. Sometimes when you start really making the changes, and this could have been somebody that maybe you two had the same bad habits that you would always do together or something, and now you're moving on, you're pushing forward, you're kind of getting out of that, you're changing, you're improving yourself, and maybe they've still been the same, and they just, it's almost like your success is making them realize maybe that they are not really where they should be, or pursuing the betterment of themselves in some type of way, you know? So that's what I'm getting with that. And heartbroken, I do feel like, because I feel like you did have some type of heartbreak, but what's coming in for you, I think it's like you're almost like releasing that and putting a pause on it. But I think, I kind of also feel like the other person or whoever this represents, they are heartbroken to a certain degree, or they feel very sad, or they feel like maybe you're separating from them, because I think you're really working on yourself, or whatever this is, you're putting that time and energy into it. And maybe, I'm not saying you don't have enough time for this person anymore, but I think you're doing what you need to do. And I think that's causing a little bit of this, like this kind of issue for them. But you really need to kind of do what you need to do, you know? And then you have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. And I really think that that's what you're doing, because this whole situation right here is you doing that. And I think that's amazing. And you just need to continue on that. Now you have dream, wish upon a star. And I feel like for some of you, you really are going after something that you've wanted for a long time, something that's not very easily gained, you know, something that might have been a little bit difficult for you to achieve, but you're pursuing it. And that is wonderful. Now you have, for your affirmation, we have, today I will express myself. Today I will express my feelings openly, honestly, by writing them down and reading them out loud. And I feel like with this Ace of Cups reversed here, with the Three of Swords reversed and this Two of Swords, like this kind of like a little bit stuck, blocking yourself from kind of, I think, getting hurt further with this, or trying not to be maybe so involved in this because you know it's like, it's just painful for you, or it's just causing too much drama. But I don't think you can really avoid the drama. I just think you're trying to almost like protect yourself. Maybe if you write something down that no one will ever see. So you could write exactly how you feel, exactly what you want, and then you can destroy it, burn it, throw it out later, so no one's ever going to see it. But maybe even just getting everything out, good, bad, the ugly, whatever, however you want to say it, it could be helpful for you to kind of process maybe this conflict a little bit better, because I feel like there might be there's like some kind of, conflict a little bit. But I think with these two, the upright and reverse, it's almost like saying that I think you almost want to be tactful, like you kind of want to think about how you're going to have this conflict a little bit more than just like having it all out. You might want to kind of come into it a little bit more with the finesse or something, because like I said, I really feel whatever this situation is about, I think there's somebody that is not easily gotten rid of your life, or you don't want to just get rid of them completely. I think it's somebody that's a little bit more, you're on the life path together. You're having a little bit of a bump in the road. So that's what I'm kind of getting with that. Now, you also have, when I stop struggling, I float. And I think this is just saying you have to go with the flow a little bit. I think some of this has been a struggle, but I feel like you're going with the flow with this, but I think whatever the situation is with this other person, I think it's kind of, you need to just go with the flow. I think like with the death being reversed, recommended, I just think it's like part of you might be ready to transition from dealing with this person, but then part of you is kind of like, oh, I don't really know if I want to fully get rid of him. I just think you need to take it day by day, situation by situation, and just focus on what you need to focus on to better yourself. And if this person kind of catches up or gets their crap together, perfect. If not, you're gonna know, and you'll be able to have that. You'll be able to decide that at a later date. And I think the sun is here saying that you're going to get clarity as well. I feel like you're going to be getting some type of clarity on this. And I think it's almost like whatever here has been, I don't want to say plaguing you, but kind of bringing you down. I think you're going to have your kind of vitality again. But I think this is reminding you, be happy about the good stuff that you're doing and that's going on for you. Now, for the little spirit of the dish that shall be with you during this time, you have the spirit of the Blanco dip, which is the spirit of the white queso. Now, for the dinner and a movie that's recommended for you, you have romance movies and American food. For the energies you either need to tap into or be aware of, you have Libra. And this is all about kind of having that balance. So I think that even with the temperance here, it's all about that kind of balance. I think you need to like kind of be balancing things. Even with the Five of Wands upright and the Five of Wands reversed, that's kind of in a weird way balancing that. Like it's a conflict, but you're trying to balance how bad the conflict or competition or the drama is going to be. You're trying to still be in control. You're not trying to get swept away with it. So I think there's some type of balancing what you're doing within your journey or what you're doing for yourself or with whatever this is, and then also balancing the other aspects with this person or these family members or whoever else. But I think it's also, you want to balance your mind out as well, because I think this is a lot going on. I don't think you're having problems handling it. I think you're actually handling it very well, but I think it's almost like it is still different aspects of your life kind of you're needing to pay attention to or deal with. You also have Pisces here, and they're dreamers. They're kind of about creativity, but it could also be a little bit about illusions and things like that. So I think you want to make sure that, because the moon here is reversed, that you want to make sure that you're not getting swept up into an illusion of something, that you're actually seeing it a little bit for what it is. But I definitely think you need to follow your dreams and follow your passions. And you have Venus here, and this is all about love and creativity and just attraction and everything. So I think it's just, you need to like tap into that kind of like that. I'm not saying, when I say beauty, I don't mean like you have to beautify yourself, but that kind of like loving and that kind of energy. When I think of Venus, I think about like abundance and just like, that kind of energy of just lavishing yourself or just being in that energy of feeling very nurtured and nurturing. So I think you just might need to kind of nurture yourself or just feel that abundance. That's what I'm really, really getting here, that you need to just feel like you have abundance and you're attracting good things to you. And you also have Saturn here, which is about restrictions, responsibilities, and life lessons. So I definitely think this might be a lesson for you in some degree with whatever's going on with whoever this is. But it's sometimes things like this actually help us grow. So, and then for the special guest, they'll be answering your question today. You have number 2, and that means Mr. Predicto will be that guest. So think of those questions. He'll be out here shortly. Okay, and you got 2 things. So you got like, okay, so here we have the seesaw horse. Like it's like that seesaw thing. So this is in a weird way is about balance as well, you know? So this is kind of like you having to balance. And I think this is really going with the 5 of Wands and the 5 of Wands reverse, because I feel like with however you're dealing with this person, I think you need to go with the finesse. Because like I said, I don't think it's somebody that you fully want to cut out 100%. But I think your actions could really determine how well it's going to go in the future, if that makes sense. So like with the seesaw, you don't want to like sway it too far one way. You don't want to sway it too far the other way, because it's going to be like tipping over. So it's almost like you got to keep it, you know, and this could even just be you dealing with whatever you're working on and then dealing with the friendship or a family member or whatever ships as well. So there's some type of balance that needs to be happening. And the sheep here, now, this guy, he's sleepy. So it could be like if your mind has been just kind of going a little bit on overdrive a little bit, like maybe just take a time out, take some rest or something, or just take a step away from this. Because I feel like this is something it's still going to, even if you take a moment away from this, it's still going to be there when you come back type of thing. But I think this is also saying like, you know, also focus on your dreams, because he's like dreaming, you know, he's kind of focusing on what he wants and his dreams. So I think don't get derailed from that. And now we have clarity, and I think this is definitely going with the moon reverse and the sun over here. I think you will be gaining some type of clarity, or some type of clarity will be coming in from this situation. And hopefully the clarity could even just be you two or whoever kind of clearing the air. You know, sometimes we get into arguments with people. Sometimes it's stupid arguments as well. And, you know, sometimes we clear the air and then we could just move on, forgive and forget, and just be like, okay, that was just, we're having a moment. But, okay, anyway. Here he is. Think of those questions, and now it is time. Oh, Mr. Predicto, the most accurate prediction device to ever run off of batteries. What is the answer to Sagittarius' question?
The answer cannot be found at this moment.
Okay, just in case you couldn't hear him, he said the answer could not be found at this moment. So, I'm going to interpret that as things are still up in the air, and I think whatever's going on, things are not fully pinned down, so it's like maybe things are a little fluctuating, and the question that you had might not be relevant in the near future whenever it's to transpire. So, at the end of the day, Mr. Predicto is a man of many words, and those were the words he chose to speak here today. I hope you all have a wonderful day, week, month, year, lifetime, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!